Hey there. Jumping straight into my screen. I'm not going to make this video last too long. I want to get it over and done with because I think it's important to talk about. I don't think it's worth a whole long video about it, so we'll jump in and see. Before I start though, what is this? Securely manage devices, access and apps with Intune. I'm already in Intune. This is a demo environment that I've been running for over 2 years now, and I'm still getting an advert for Intune in the dashboard. The home screen, right here. I haven't dismissed it. I probably have actually at some point, but it's back. And it's telling me that I should use Intune. I mean, I've got hundreds of apps, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of versions of Adobe Acrobat and 7. I'm using Intune, right? I don't need an advert at the start anymore. Surely there should be some way AI can tell that I'm a good user of Intune right now. I don't need to be sold Intune. Anyway, I want to click this button and get it back to this helpful status screen, which actually is pretty useful. Also, multi-admin approval. I did a little video on that. I'm going to not get started with multi-admin approval, if that's all right. I think it's a great idea. Please take a look at it. Very important that you understand what multi-admin approval is. Microsoft recommend it. But I'm going to click that little button right there. Anyway, the point of this video, which wasn't any of those two things, is some cool new things that Microsoft have released. The devices feature has had a little bit of a refresh. Oh, another pop-up. Update firewall configurations for the new Intune service endpoints. I'll need to take a look at that at some point. I'll keep that there. But the devices view, if I go to all devices, we have this view here, and I've zoomed in quite a lot. If you look at this, I've zoomed into 150% because, not because I'm blind. Yes, I wear glasses, but I can see the screen when it's on a normal resolution. It's just that some people watch these videos on phones, mobile phones, and iPads and TVs and stuff. So I want it to be visible for everyone. So yes, it looks a little bit big on your screen. Just bear with me. It's for everyone, inclusivity and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to remove this menu bar so we can just see more detail here. And in fact, I'm going to remove that one so we can see even more detail because this is the view I want to talk about. This shows the device name, how it's managed, the ownership, the compliance, the OS version, primary user, no one logs into this demo, and the last check-in. Fine. Forgetting the fact that I accidentally called all my clients the same thing, and I'm slowly getting around to renaming them, this is the view I've been used to for the past 10 years, pretty much. And they've just changed it. So right now, to see in some details of this device, I need to click into it, and then you get this property stuff, right? So I can go in and see all the properties and then go and do some monitoring by going into this stuff. I can. But heading back, there's a new thing here, and I haven't clicked it yet, which is why when I click it, it tells me I can monitor and manage key tools all in one place. Another advert. Anyway, so what's new? Easy to access group commands, clearly and consistently ordered across device types. Sounds great. Switch easily between tabs for your most important views. Get important signals in a single pane of glass before diving deeper. I don't know why I'm reading it out to you. I'm not reading it to you. It's for me. I haven't read it yet. And find focus with collapsible sections and more space. That sounds awesome. So I can learn about it, or like any good admin, I'll just try it and see how it breaks. So I have the try it now button. What happens? Nothing at all. Let me refresh. Hey, that's exactly the same. Try it now. You would think clicking try it now would, I don't know, make it try now. Oh, look, I've turned it off. Why are you turning it off? Well, because it didn't turn on. Maybe I'll need to learn more to see how the try it now button works. I'm going to leave that on, and I'm going to go to a different area of the portal. He's back. I don't need to be told that I should use Intune while I'm using Intune. Stop it. I'm back. I'm going to Windows. It's on. But this doesn't look any different at all. Tell you what, I'm going to leave it on. and I'm going to sign out. Why do all these videos take so long to record? Why can't anything be simple? Oh look, we should use Intune, everyone. If you're not using Intune right now, even though you definitely are, maybe you should use Intune. Hey, you can securely manage your devices. All devices. Oh my goodness, it's exactly the same. Okay, what I'm going to do, it does say preview, and I will give Microsoft some credit that they've said preview, so it isn't guaranteed that it will work, but it doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is click on learn more about the new devices management experience and accept some cookies. Cookies are great. Another advert. And here we have, let me zoom in a little bit for those of you on tiny devices. What have I done wrong? I might skip this bit because you have no need to watch me learn how to click a button. The Intune suite. No, 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 no. Where is the... I clicked learn more about this particular feature, and this is a long page. Is it in preview? Oh dear. Devices. View? Page? I feel like I'm grepping for the answer here. Wow. You know, I thought, given that it was there, and I clicked the button next to it to learn more about it. Is this it? No. I'm quite far down now, actually. This is a long time ago. This is the end of Windows 10. Okay. Maybe I've got this wrong. I don't think I got this wrong. Well, I'm going to click on that one more time. It's on. I don't know what I could do anymore to preview the new device view. Well, thanks for watching. I will try and figure out how to show you the new device view, but take this as a public service thing, right? That is how you should turn on the new device view. If you can get it working, have fun. If you can't, neither can I. See you next time. I'm back. Yes, I said goodbye. I'm back because since saying goodbye to you and finishing that video, I recorded another video, and that video was all about the app inventory feature. You might see that in a week or so's time once the video editor gets back from holiday. But what you will see in that video is my epiphany. I think epiphany is the right word. My learning experience of where this new device view actually appears, because it's not here at all. It's like not any of these things are going to change, and you would think clicking on that it would tell you something about how you see the new device view, but no, my bad, completely my fault. I had not read enough about this before clicking record. You have to go into a device. Look, I can click that device. Look at that lovely new device view. Isn't that great? I'll go through it with you. I already went through it with future you on the app inventory video, but I'll go through it with you now. Client 4, give you the name. Doesn't mention the name, but it's a name. It is compliant. It's corporate, and it is managed by Intune. Look at that. That fantastic. Showing you all that right up front. The last check-in time, just this information that you need. The model, the manufacturer, all this stuff. Device name. It's a long device name. This serial, it's a virtual machine, it's fine. We have the stuff that's happened on the machine, the device actions, the tools and reports. We've got device diagnostics, remediations, all this cool stuff. All these apps that I haven't managed to get working yet because there hasn't been. Has it been enough time? No, it hasn't been enough time yet. We are able to see all that. Get back to that. Start a remote assistant session isn't possible to click, but looks good. Profile status 5, compliance status 1 with an error, a load of apps installed, and endpoint analytics score. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic to see all these extra things. Now this used to be hidden. You could get to this, but you'd never try unless you really wanted to. You could find it in monitoring and get to the starter performance and that kind of thing. This is fantastic that you can. Why does it say starter performance even though I'm in the endpoint analytics view? That's annoying, isn't it? Anyway, it's great that they've put all of this right where you need it, which is one of the things that was really frustrating about how the devices view looked. You kind of had to know where you wanted to go, whereas this kind of shows you all on a nice little dashboard, and then you've got these hidden reports under here. I think it's because I'm zoomed in a lot. There you go. Yeah, so this is the new view, and I don't know about you, I was a bit of a downer on that, on how it didn't work earlier on, but hopefully I've picked it back up because it worked just fine when you know where to look. You've got properties and device detail, all this stuff is just working a treat. So, all this has changed as well. Looks secure, we can do security stuff, remote actions, defender stuff. Removing data is an interesting one. That's a nice way to put it. Is that the same as... Yeah, I guess that is remove data. Delete doesn't remove data, which is why it's not under the thing. That's clever. They've actually given it some thought and put this together with some thought. Well, I'll say goodbye again. Thank you for watching. It's been lovely to have you watching. Please hit like and subscribe, etc., etc. I'll see you next time.